Now, great one-on-one players not only have a deep offensive bag to where they can hit any shot from any range, right? But they also know how to play defense, which Moon can do. And not just that, but being able to make adjustments as a defender. So peep this on the first play, right? Notice how physical Moon is with that gap hand. Not really trying to move his feet, just trying to push him off the spot. And so their refs there, they're going to call that foul. But this is the second play of the game, second defensive play. And notice how Moon adjusts, right? Instead of trying to be so physical, trying to use his hands and whatnot, because they're going to call that foul with referees. He decides to actually move his feet, which is what players got to do instead of always trying to be so physical, because you can't do that in today's game at all. So that's another part that makes Moon so tough to beat in the ones. And they just try to sneak off a quick one while he wiped the shoes. Peep it. He tried to sneak off a quick one, like caught it, wiped the shoes. he tried to get one. He tried to get one, but next play mentality. That's what you got to keep doing. And Moon is still guarding. But that angle that he's guarding at, that mid-range will be key for Tre right here. That's his name, Tre. Moon's playing with such a big angle going left. And so now as an offensive player, you could use this lane to go left where they want you to go, to drive and finish with your left, to now get into your mid-range game, whether it's a step back or a dribble pull-up. Because the second that you go and attack that rim with the good angle, they're going to open up, and now you change direction or you get to a stop. The hardest thing for defenders to do is to be able to stop and change direction. So boom, right there you got your space, now you get your bucket. Once again, Moon playing on the same angle. Still there every single time. But that timing, the timing of it. This is one thing as a defender you always got to refrain yourself from doing, which is lifting and hopping off of your feet. Because notice the timing at which he makes his drive, and as to why Moon can't recover. Boom. Tre, size up, right? That little lift. And notice what Moon's about to do right here with his feet. He lifts up and hops up as well. So now it's going to take even longer for him to be able to get down on the ground, reestablish his balance, get to 1 foot, and be able to push off and be able to go and cut him off, beat him to the spot. So that alone right there, all that time it takes for that is all the offensive player needs to be able to go and get to their angle. And now right here, Moon, down 2-0 right now, start the game. But right here, Moon shifting this. Might just be the shiftiest hooper on Next Chapter or even on YouTube. And there's two great qualities of a shifty player that are literally embodied in this possession. So the first quality, right, is being able to read and react. So anytime defenders try to jump out on you or try to make a quick play, be able to react, and not only react, but also able to stay under control. And that's what Moon is able to do right here as Tre jumps out, tries to get this reach. Now the second part of being shifty, your ability to get to low angles, because these low angles are going to sell your moves. And now peep the angle that Moon gets to right here. You see how low he gets? There's a replay. You're going to see it even better. You're going to see it even better. Right here, look at this. Look at the angle. Look at that back leg. Look at that front leg. That's single leg strength and that's hip mobility. But we could talk about that a little later. Key things to be able to be shifty. And if you really want all those gems, hit the link in the description. Go follow me and make sure you catch the live streams because that's where I drop all the gems. And right here. Now we're going to get into shifty characteristics, right? Shifty players, right, their mental just operates in a different facet of most players. So they're going to do things at which you can never think of because they don't limit themselves to what moves they can do. So for Moon to have this little space, right, defender right on his back, and then he decides to go for a move like this, not only does he know his capability, but he's not scared to try anything because he knows what he's capable of doing. But you'll never get to that point unless you stop being so scared to try out something, being so scared to fail. So it took a lot. I know there's tons of times where he probably tried some crazy move and looked goofy, but in time, you'll look nice. Another thing like this, I'm telling you, the brain just operates different. His brain just operates different. The move is nasty. He got fouled on it too. But notice, he's able to string together moves at which most people can't even comprehend and put together because they put themselves inside a box. So boom, snatch back, pump fake, spin. Like you don't think of that. And you seen he got hit on his elbow. Should have got the foul. Right here once again. Moon's still guarding, right? But peep this. And I ain't gonna lie, he did get hung. But the reason he got hung is because of his momentum. Got pulled back by Moon, so now he couldn't get up as high. But at the end of the day, he still had the decision to say, do I want to take a layup or do I want to go for a dunk? He went for the dunk and got hung, man. At the end of the day, if the refs don't call it, anytime, just get the 2 points. Or get the 1 point in this situation. The angles, bro. And now right here, this is where Moon begins to kill off of this one move for the rest of this game. Notice how much space Moon is about to create on the sides up and the new angles that he's going to get to attack the rim, right? Right here. all that distance. You got to make sure you cover distance with these hanging size ups, because if not, you're not going to make yourself a threat to drive or a threat to be able to get into your other moves, because now it's the drive at which is going to sell any of those counter moves on the perimeter. So now Moon gets that new angle, and there's one little read that you got to do to be able to know when to drive. We're going to get into that a little later, because like I said, he's spamming the same move. And right there, that hezzy pull up out that right. He loved that hezzy pull up out that right. Tough to guard, it's quick, he jumps. Extremely tough to guard. Game 1 done. Game 1 to Moon. Like I said, same size up, right? Don't matter if he's going right or if he's going left. He's still killing with it. And this is the read that you got to make on this hang size up. So notice, Moon's about to get into the size up, right? But watch the defender's feet. He lifts as Moon lifts into the size up. When you see the defender lift up off their feet as you do that move, that's when you know he got that angle, because the defender is going to have to go from being in the air, getting on the ground, redistributing the weight and the force to now go push off and beat you to the spot. And all that stuff alone takes way too much time. So now as an offensive player, you'll be able to have that angle to go and attack the rim. And Moon was killing with it this whole time. You're going to see more examples. He was killing with it every time. That's the read. Now right there. Now notice how it changed up a little bit, right? Moon's getting to the size up, shift, 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 but he's shifting with him. He's moving lateral. Now peep another thing with this size up too though, right? Is that as Moon gets into these shifts, right? Your base as a defender is also gonna change. So what is this gonna do, right? Your contest hand is also gonna switch. And on a righty shooter, a left hand is best to contest with. But now this is about to be key, because he's about to spam this again. I'm about to add another layer to this, right? And so the only ways you could best guard this is if you maybe try to jump out and make the steal, but we already seen how that's gone twice, or if you just try to get the best contest hand up. But like I said, it's tough to do because you're switching your base as a defender with these shifts. So now as a righty shooter, you can't get that left up, and it's going to be a right hand contest coming across your body to get into that shot, that release point. So alone, it's just tough to guard. You just got to try to maybe live with the jumper. I don't know. It just depends, man. It depends on how you play as a defender, how you react to all these stuff too. And also Moon as a defender, the anticipation right here. This is good anticipation, where you pick up on habits and then you make the play. So realize this, Moon's been forcing him left the whole time, right? And twice already, Tre has gone left and then he spun back right. But now you're picking up on the habits, and so what he's gonna realize when he's going left again, right? He's gonna drive, and he's about to get into another spin. And you could read a spin based upon the player's last dribble and how they're gonna begin to turn their body early, because that's what you gotta do to make a spin move. And so Moon's one step ahead of this, circles around and finds that ball before he can be able to get it to his other hand on that spin. Gets a stop. And boom, right there. The shiftiness, bro. Two things right here. Now, if you never knew why hip mobility as a hooper is important, it's because angles like this, especially for guards, right? Notice, boom, see that back leg, that left leg, that internal rotation is all hip. And then also single leg strength to be able to stop on one foot and change direction. But now this right here too, Moon, a lot of these shots, he gets a lot of legs. So what does that mean? Being in the air for longer gives you more time to be able to get yourself squared up to the rim, even if your body's not even pointed to the rim, like Moon is right here. Now he gets a shot over the top. It's a tough bucket. Same size up, and what I tell you before, the same read. Notice Tre's feet, notice the defender's feet. Lifts up right with them. They lift with you. You go by. Don't waste no time. Don't try to get into no pull up or nothing. Get to the rim. And this right here. Hold on. He tried it, bro. He tried it. I ain't gonna lie. That was a little personal. There was some beef going on, some social media stuff, you know, some animosity in the gym at this point. He tried it. He went for it. Got the foul, though. He went for it, though. Would have been crazy had it went down. And now Moon goes down. Damn, I ain't gonna lie to you. I might have torn my groin right there. Look at the angles, bro. Look at the angles. Look. Golly. And you know he's a real hooper, because even doing the splits, he still tries to get a shot up, bro. Bro is a hooper, bro. He still tried to get a bucket, even while he was doing the split. That's crazy. Same read. What I tell you, same read. Notice it again. And when you go hoop, make the same reads, and you're gonna have to be able to get right by. Hop swipe rhythm and gets into that drop. Now you got your angle to go. Try this next time you hoop. I'm telling you, you're gonna be blown by everybody. You're gonna be blown by everybody. And not only does Moon do that move once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, it's probably like his 8th time getting to that size up, but he still has the same angle because the defender does not know what they're quite doing wrong, which is why you always got to be aware as a hooper. While you're playing in the course of a game, try to change stuff up when things aren't going your way, when things are going wrong. So now Moon gets a dub, 2 games to none. And so that's the end of this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, turn on notifications. We dropping videos every other day. Make sure you go hit that link in the description. We live, dropping all the gems, and we out of here.